So, about K. Michelle. Right? I wasn't even gonna talk about K. Michelle and that silly ass shit she said. But people been asking me, so damn it, I'll come here and say my piece. Now, what I had to do was go watch the whole little thing to make sure I understood where she was trying to come from or the point she was trying to make. Because a lot of times I think we do take small clips and it don't give you time to put it into context. We going off little clips. So I watched the whole thing. And, you know, based on what she's saying about all men being bad people because they don't think about the things that they do that could destroy a woman, and the example that she used was cheating, quote unquote cheating. You know, if you've been watching my videos, I don't believe in the so-called cheating. I don't believe that human beings are supposed to be monogamous. I think forcing monogamy is what causes all these issues with the said cheating. But nonetheless, I sit here and I watch this and I learn a couple things about K. Michelle, and this will actually dispel some of the things that are being said about women and how they are without a dad and how they are with a dad. Now, K. Michelle, she had her dad in her life. Dad's a black history professor, smart brother apparently, had her. She calls herself pro-black, which I can't really see, but she deems herself as pro-black. She said she saw her grandfather raise, I think, 8 children when her grandma passed. He raised them by himself. Now, these are good examples of black men. Black father there, and black father's father raising 8 children. So we like to say that just because a woman has her father in her life, that in that way she will be more, you know, malleable to a man. She'll understand men more. She'll be able to, you know, get with the man. I've been saying that that's not true. Nobody really wants to factor in the fact that a person's experiences shapes who they are a lot of times. That's the part we like to leave out. A person's experiences shapes who they are. And she has had some negative experiences with black men. And she also has this, I guess, show she's going to be doing, helping women with silicone or getting silicone out of their bodies. She says that these women are doing these things for men, and that makes her sad, and she's hearing all these stories from young girls being hurt by men. Now, we must understand that K. Michelle is not wrong based on her criteria. If her criterion says, well, if a man has sex with another woman that he's not with, then that makes him a bad man, then she's right. But what she must also do is be all-inclusive. Anybody who has sex with a mate that's not theirs or they're not with would have to be a bad person, and that's not just men. Even though that's the narrative, even though this is what people like to say, I know damn well that's not true. I was in college. Okay? I was in college. I've had sex with other dudes' girlfriends. I've had sex with other people's wives. Now, I'm not saying that I'm proud of any of that. I'm saying that to say it does happen. And it was not based on me pursuing them for sex. So it does happen. She even said she cheated on someone. Now, she said that she did it in retaliation. It was a retaliation cheat. You know, women always got to try to justify their shit instead of just leaving a person. They'll justify their behaviors with saying, well, something he did made me do this A, B, C, or D, whatever. What K. Michelle is doing as she's raising a son who apparently is run off dating white girls, which could be a extension of her behavior or her absence. Because a lot of people got to understand too, when these moms, you know, have music careers or they're entertainers, a lot of times they're not home. And these kids are being raised by other people. Now, the son could very well see something in his mom that he don't fuck with, and she could turn him off of black men, or turn him off of black women. That's never factored in. It should be, though. A lot of black men have an angst for their mothers, and that causes them to rebel by going and trying to get them the complete opposite of their moms, which would be a white woman. Even though her dad is a black history professor, she claims that she's pro-black. Her son running around with white girls. Like, he don't know what the fuck going on out here. You need to stay away from them colonizers, K. Michelle's son, if you're listening. All right? Stay away from these colonizing assholes, because apparently you're not understanding the history. You're not understanding the predicament you're putting yourself in as a black man. Now, I understand you might not fuck with your mama like that, but come on. Some good black women out here. But K. Michelle also says, as I listen to this now, she also says that she don't like being poked. She don't like having sex like that. Now, this is not in a justification for a man cheating. Or quote unquote cheat. But if you know you don't like having sex, there's a good chance you should just have male friends. Like, you shouldn't be trying to be with nobody unless they have the same sexual appetite as you, unless you find you a man don't really like having sex like that either. But now she does have her a man. Now she says she's been with him for 3 years. They've been friends for 20 years. And she says she got her issues with him as well. So I don't know how a man is with a woman who believes men are bad men, but this is what her man is doing. And of course, like any black person raised in the South, she likes to bring God into it. God then gave her this purpose and all this shit. God relieved her or kept her here. She was she was on her deathbed apparently, but he kept her here so she can come out here and help other little black girls with their pain and hurt. That I don't have a problem with, being an outlet. But telling little girls, well, the bottom line is that men just bad. I don't think that's a good message. I don't think a quote unquote God would be saying or trying to push that message through you. A lot of people justify their fuckery by using God. That's not a message that God gonna tell you that people he created just bad people, if you believe in this narrative, of course. If you believe in this God, then I don't think he gonna come out here and say, well, women are good, they're just victims constantly, and men are just bad. I couldn't see a God letting that be what you here for, your purpose in this life. But again, people can use God to justify whatever the fuck they want to. But she is from Tennessee, so she's from the Bible Belt. So God is probably a big part of her life. She probably uses God to justify a lot of her shit. Praying for God to send her a man and all this shit. This is what people that believe in God do. But I don't think God's sending you around out here to the message be that, oh, men just bad people because they have sex with other people. Because women have sex with other people, therefore that makes people bad if we're using these metrics, these standards. Again, I think forced monogamy has been a failed human social experience, or experiment rather. I think it's a failure. What I think men could do, most definitely what men could do, what all of us could do, is be more honest about who we are. Be more honest about what you believe in. Be more honest about your sexual proclivities, if you will. Men could stand to tell the truth. That I wouldn't argue against her if she said that. I wouldn't have an issue if that would have been her argument. Men could stand to be a whole lot more honest. But just saying all men are bad because they get outside pussy, I can't fully rock with. Because what if this man who is getting this outside pussy is feeding, hungry children, or, doing these things, taking care of his family like her grandpa did, raising 8 children by himself, or, what if a man is doing all of that and he just happened to get some outside pussy? What if Malcolm would have got some outside pussy? I wouldn't think that would make him completely bad. I know they said MLK got some outside pussy. I don't think that makes all of his works or makes him a bad person. I don't believe that. We look at each other in nothing but sexual actions, sexual organs. No matter what a person is doing, if they do this thing, which is cheating to y'all, it makes them a bad person. And to me, that's bullshit. K. Michelle got some goddamn issues. You can tell she's been hurt a lot, even though she had her father, even though she saw the example of a good black man taking care of his business. That doesn't matter because her experiences, she's been hurt by the men when she entered into the dating world. She said she was into, the hood. She claims she's so hood. She a hood chick, according to her. And we know what happens in the hood. We know how the hood is. I'm not saying that quote-unquote cheating only happens in the hood, because if you're getting up into corporate America, they fucking their secretaries, coming home late, doctors fucking the nurses, lawyers fucking interns and shit. I mean, this is, it don't matter. Don't matter where you go. Again, this pushing of monogamy is a failed social experiment. And it continues to fail and will continue to fail. It will. Ain't no safe haven. People gonna do what the fuck they want to do. Now the lying, I think, needs to stop. Men need to stop lying. And women need to stop being so goddamn good at lying. Right? Women need to quit being so damn talented at this shit. But they'll fuck around and not get caught as much, They do a better job there. I will say that. But I mean, come on, Kay. What the fuck? What are you doing out here? What are you adding to the game? What are you adding by saying that all men are bad? Talking about your son. As you claim that you're raising him, you claiming that I just can't raise a man, a little anthem that she has going, but you ain't been there to raise your son. You've been in the streets, doing interviews, singing, which I'm not saying anything's wrong with that, but you can't claim you can't raise a man and you wasn't even there. And she even says that a lot of women aren't raising their sons right. But she's doing it based on them quote-unquote cheating, which is bullshit. Now, a lot of women will agree to what she said. Y'all gonna cut Fantasia's head off about submission, but y'all will most definitely stand up and clap up, put K. Michelle up on your shoulders and say, hell yeah, these niggas ain't shit. Which I find interesting. When it's something negative being said, everybody supports it. Something negative being said about the black man, everybody's down with it. Everybody down with it. But if it comes to something, positive, or you need to check yourself or look at yourself or anything like that, submission, no, hell no, ain't nobody trying to hear that. K. Michelle is full of shit. But she's full of shit based on her experiences. Her experiences made her who she is. She says she's even cold to the man that she's with. Now, if you cold to the man that you with, and you don't like having sex, what he's supposed to do? At some point, somebody might come, stroke his motherfucking ego. Want to suck his dick in the car or some crazy shit like that. I'm just saying. Men like to have their little ego stroke too. Like to be made to feel like they're important too. Again, I'm not saying this will stop all forms of cheating or whatever like that, but I mean, come on, you can raise your fucking stock. But I don't know, y'all done seen this shit, so y'all let me know what y'all think. Y'all think I'm tripping? Again, I'll say this, monogamy is a failed human social experiment. And the amount of young girls that are being hurt is, a part of that is that they are equating sex with love. That's something your parents supposed to teach you. You think I'm gonna teach my daughters to be falling in love with some little nigga because they having sex with him? Or thinking that he, gonna be only with them because they having sex? No. That's a failure on parents' part to be teaching their daughters and to teaching their daughters this bullshit. And a lot of these women out here are quote unquote cheating too. Men are being broken, men are being hurt. I've known many good, what y'all would deem as good, which ain't nothing but a dude that don't fuck other bitches. This is what y'all's level of good, this is all it is. I know many good dudes, ain't did nothing, ain't got no outside pussy, girlfriend or wife still cheated on him, they hurt. Who do they talk to? Who do they run to? Who's there to counsel them? Who's there to cry for them? Because she started crying on the show too. Talking about all the hurt little girls, so she just started crying. Who's there to help these hurt little boys? These broken men who thought they were doing everything they were supposed to do, and still their wife went out here and sucked somebody else's dick. Where is the goddamn campaign for these men? You won't hear of it. Because we don't get to have a campaign like that. Men can't feel like that. We can't really talk about shit like that. Now the shit ain't, I don't have the same emotions as these dudes. But I know that they exist. I know they out here hurting because I done talked to many of them. Many of them hurt. Been affected by a woman that lied to them. Broken. Young boys done had little young girls play them. Take their kindness for weakness. Use them. Friend zone them, knowing damn well that the little boy liked the girl. Them friend zone the little boy. This all causes trauma to young boys. And especially if they're being raised by a black woman who inherently hates men. Hates black men. This is all traumatic. But don't nobody talk about that. But that's all the fuck I want to say, man. K Michelle full of shit. She's been shaped by her experiences. And she seemed like she an aggy ass bitch anyway, so, I'm sure at times, and there's been many times, that she could have did a whole lot better. She could have did a whole lot better with the person that she is, the person that she presented to someone. But of course, women never see that. It's always the man's fault. That's all the fuck I wanted to say. Y'all comment, like, share, subscribe. Follow me on social media. Links in the description box. Donate via Patreon. Links in the description box. Order a shirt from a brother. Why not? Links in the description box. Mad love. Shout out Team Rob, y'all. I'm out.